When Sony announced that they will release the all-new PlayStation 5 in 2020, many video game enthusiasts become crazy when they hear the news. PS5 became one of the most anticipated gaming consoles in 2020. But on 19th of November 2020, the date of worldwide release of PS5, there was so much problem regarding the supply chain of PS5. Because of the pandemic, it resulted in a less effective production, so there were not so many PS5 quantity-wise available in the market. Second, Sony decided to sell their next generation video game console more using their official online marketplace rather than in the physical store. This made scalpers go rampant. Scalper itself is a term that describes someone that buy an item at retail and resell it at a higher price. In the PS5 case, these scalpers resell the PS5 for around 1,300 US dollar to 1,400 US dollars, which is almost triple the retail price. These scalpers can buy a PS5 easily because they are using bots that monitor the availability of PS5 in the online store and will automatically place orders when the PS5 is available. With the very high demand and low supply of PS5, plus all of the scalpers that monopolize the market and resells PS5 at a ridiculous price, makes many video game enthusiasts becoming furious with Sony and demand Sony to boost supply. There are also external factors that resulted in the PS5 supply shortage. Because of the pandemics, the company that supplies Sony with the components, such as semiconductors, cannot supply Sony with the components to produce PS5. This affects not only Sony, but also other industries. Semiconductors are a very important component to electric devices, and this includes PS5. The inconsistency of semiconductors supplied hurts Sony's ability to meet the demand of the customers. The semiconductor problem also hurts Sony supply chain even more, since they cannot supply their products in their online official stores and the retailers. Because of this, Sony is missing their sales target. Because of their missing targets, which will likely struggle even more, Sony decided to cut their sales to 21 million units from the expected 25 million units. Sony did this in hope to lessen their loss. But this decision is proven to be a very bad decision by Sony, because later Sony found out that their stock loses 10 billion US dollar in value and made the problem even bigger.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the PS5 release and supply chain issues with mind map. So in this mind map, we're gonna talk about the PS5 supply chain and SCM problem. Okay, now we're going to talk about the PS5 announcement. So Sony announces the PS5 release in 2020, which was in COVID time. After the announcement, the video game enthusiasts become excited. After they become excited, so they have a big expectation on PlayStation, and then PS5 becomes one of the most anticipated gaming consoles of 2020. After that, Sony worldwide release on 19 November 2020. The problem first is the supply chain. Why? It's because of the COVID-19 pandemic impact, which was it has a less effective production, limited PS5 availability in the market, and then they need to talk about the strategy how to fix this impact. And then they have the Sony sales strategy shift, which focuses on the online marketplace, and they reduce the physical store availability. But the next problem, it has a market monopolization, which was the scalpers activities. What they do is they buy the PS5 at retail price, and then they resell it at higher price, so they can get much money from that. And they're using bots, so they can monitor the PS5 availability, and they automatically place orders on the PS5 retail store. Next, we go to the right mind map. This shows the external supply chain factors. So this one, we are talking about the component shortage. Like they're very inconsistent in their supply, and it impacts on the Sony's availability to meet the customer demand, which was very high at the moment. And the last one, it became the most impact on this problem is the financial impact on Sony. They are missing their sales targets, which was first they expect the sales at 25 million units, but they adjust it to 25 million units because of the supply chain issues. And then they lost the stock $10 billion in value. So that's all for the problem. Thank you.
Now I will explain about the number 3, about a similar problem from our company. Like Arnold explained before, we choose an PS5 company, and the similar case that we found was an Apple company. Like we know, Apple was a famous product that grew rapidly, and now I will explain the Apple problem. Apple having a problem because of COVID-19. Apple supply become a crisis and hasn't kept up with this growth demand, and Apple is problem related to hardware shortage are offset by its fast growing service business. The solution about this problem is the unit with growth margins above 70%, has more than 745 million customers for games, media, iCloud storage, and warranty support. In the fiscal years that ended in September, the service units booked 64.4 billion of revenue, with the analysts projecting 19% growth in the quarter ended in December. Wedbush, an investment bank bullish on Apple, believes the service unit could be valued at 1.5 trillion, half its peak valuation earlier this month. Before the stock fell 12%, Apple will very likely still report monster quarter, blowing past its previous quarterly revenue record set last year, said Neil Keyboard, independent analyst at Above Avalon, who is projecting 127 billion in revenue. However, reported results could have been even stronger. That's what the solution for Apple, and thank you.
Problem: increase market share and improve customer engagement for PlayStation. Previous best practice solution: introduce PlayStation Plus subscription model. Goals: increase revenue through subscription, provide value-added service to users. Strategies: offer free monthly games, exclusive discount, online multiplayer access. Outcomes: significant revenue growth, high user engagement. Group's proposed solution: expand PlayStation Now cloud gaming service. Goals: increase accessibility and convenience, tap into new market segments. Strategies: improve streaming technology, expand game library, offer flexible pricing. Expected outcomes: broaden use base, enhance user experience, and increase subscription rates.
Explain about evaluation criteria application. So the first one is effectiveness. Previous solution showed high user engagement and revenue growth. Group solution projects increase market penetration and user satisfaction. The second one is efficiency. Previous solution utilize existing infrastructure effectively. Group solution requires significant investment in cloud technology but promises higher returns. The third one is feasibility. Previous solution was relatively easy to implement. Group solution faces technical challenges but is feasible with investment. The first one is scalability. Both solutions are scalable, but cloud gaming has higher potential for global reach. The fifth one is sustainability. Previous solution is sustainable with ongoing content updates. Group solution needs continuous technological investments. And the last one is innovation. Previous solution introduced a novel subscription model. Group solution leverages cutting-edge technology. Now for the conclusion. So, based on this structured evaluation, the group solution may offer higher long-term benefits and innovation, but requires careful planning and investment. Recommendations would include a phased implementation, starting with a pilot program to test feasibility and scalability. By following this framework, you can systematically evaluate and compare different solutions to determine the most effective approach for addressing the company problem.